Welcome to the GALvanize Who Not Do series. I'm Jaycie Schenone here with Brian Waters. Thank you so much for joining me today, Brian.
Thanks for having me.
"2020 has been quite the year, and it's just the beginning of the second half. What title, Brian, would you give this chapter of your life?
Of my life, probably, oh man, that's a great question. Uh, the word chaos jumps out, but then the word new beginning. I'm getting ready to turn 34 in a couple of weeks, and I always like to say, people started the whole Jordan year at 23, and I'm a huge Lakers fan, so I said 32 was my Magic year, 33 was my Kareem year, and I'm getting ready to enter my Shaq year of dominance. I've been blessed to do so much, starting a new podcast, being able to connect with a lot of friends, being able to use my platform to speak up and help people speak out and support those speaking out. So I think I would say, now I think about it, probably the year of scoring big points.
Big points. I love that. We obviously here are all about the sisterhood at GALvanize, but we love and need our male allies, and you certainly are one of them. In your podcast, Breaking Through the Glass Ceiling, you have such important and impactful conversations with Black women, and I saw that season 2 drops August 2nd. I'm definitely going to be listening in on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, but what have you learned from listening to their stories?
Oh man, it's to be honest with you, and I don't want to take away when I say that it's heartbreaking to hear a lot of stories, because the heartbreak that I feel is nothing like what they endured. But so I've always been, as somebody who grew up with a lot of sisters, and I have a lot of friends who are women, I've always been somebody that people feel comfortable talking to, and vice versa. But hearing these stories is so unfortunate. I've learned different things on ways that we can do better as men. And what was also frustrating is hearing how a lot of people aren't doing those things.
There are many things that have made me feel hopeful and hopeless given the state of our world, not just as of late, but over the course of all of our history. I'm
Mhm.
trying to shift the narrative in my head to the glass half full as much as possible, even when that feels impossible. So, Brian, I'm wondering what has made you feel hopeful this week?
Um, just the conversation is ongoing. You look at things with, let's take the women. You look at women speaking out and having the support, while you're going to have the naysayers and doubters, but having people clap back at the naysayers and doubters. So that makes me feel hopeful, being, for the fact that women are speaking out, because it's hard. On my wrestling talk show, I had a really close friend of mine reveal that she had been sexually assaulted in a locker room before a match. And she had told me, but obviously I kept the secret because it's not my business to tell. And when she told it, to hear it again, it hurt, but I was happy she spoke out, and seeing a plethora of women speaking out made me feel better, because I feel like now that this is out there, people are going to be a little bit more mindful. The same thing with things as far as race. Seeing Major League Baseball taking a stand and the desire to unite. A lot of things were just swept under the rug, or you just didn't talk about it unless it was, you just got to a point you couldn't. But seeing that people are willing to have these conversations, it definitely makes me feel better.
What advice would you give other men that want to be a real ally?
Be authentic. You have to be understanding that a lot of times things won't be popular. There's been times where I've gone out on a limb and said, me personally, I don't care if everybody agrees. If I support somebody, then I'm with them. You know, So you have to be authentic. You have to just listen. Be willing to listen and understand it's not always going to be the most popular thing.
I know that Kobe Bryant meant a lot to you,
Mhm.
and that one of the most important women in your life is a little girl that calls you dad. What is the best part about being a girl dad?
Oh my goodness. It's something about seeing, your daughter. It's so funny because I had to tell her to go upstairs before we did this, but it's something about seeing yourself in the opposite gender, but all over again. I'm blessed to have a son and a daughter. And the son, you want to prepare them for the world. You're a little bit harder on them because the world will not take them lightly. But with the girls, you want to make sure you show them how they should expect to be treated. First, it's scary because you're like, man, if I have a girl, then all of these things. But this has also taught me, like with everything going on, it's teaching me how to, one, teach her how to be treated, but also and what they expect, but also with my son, teach him how to treat. And I can do that with his sister, teaching him this is how you treat your sister. You treat her with the utmost respect. And the way you treat her, you are supposed to treat every other woman like that. You want me to treat your mother a certain way, you have to treat that. And he's been doing that. So, but being a girl dad, it's so much fun because, like I said, just you have a bond with all your children. But it's nothing like that daddy-daughter relationship.
Thank you so much for your time. I wish we had more. I loved getting to know you. This has been such a pleasure, and I hope our paths cross again soon.
Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely let's keep in contact, let me know what you got going on and vice versa.
Will do.